Well, that's good because we're continuing our tour of some of the best restaurants here in Oklahoma City. Today we're heading to the heart of OKC to check out SEDALIA'S Oyster and Seafood. Let's take a look at this. Right here in the heart of OKC, just off of 10th Street, we've got a James Beard nominee, Best Chef Southwest. We're going to go check him out. Want you to join along with us. Come on. Located just west of downtown sits a teeny tiny restaurant you won't find anywhere else in Oklahoma, SEDALIA'S Oyster and Seafood.
The idea honestly just came from trying to create a restaurant that was going to be different than what people were used to seeing in Oklahoma City. This isn't the first time I've been around oysters or even opened up oyster-centric restaurants or even small oyster bars and things like that. So I think it was there's a void of it, and we just kind of wanted to kind of fill that void.
If you're hesitant about eating seafood in Oklahoma, no need to worry because SEDALIA'S is known for it and Oklahomans are loving it.
The reaction from Oklahomans has been amazing, which was honestly, that was kind of the, when we decided that we were going to go, full seafood, 100% on the menu, that was kind of the test. We were going to see if there was going to be a clientele that was going to be very open to what we were doing, and to that idea that there wasn't any other, options for people that may or may not like seafood. And it's been overwhelmingly positive.
But it's not just your average restaurant.
We also are not an appetizer and an entree place. We are a place that is a shared plate kind of environment. So all of our plates are about medium size for the most part, and they're meant for you to be able to share. These beautiful fluted oysters that you've already pointed out, these are West Coast oysters. They're from Hama Hama, just outside of Seattle in Washington. They are a more melon flavor. You're gonna get a little bit more seaweed and a little less brine on these oysters than what you're going to get from their East Coast counterpart. These guys are called Village Bay. They're from New Brunswick. East Coast oysters themselves spend a lot more time in the water, so they develop a much stronger brininess to them, and that's kind of the biggest difference of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Personally, I'm a fan of the brinier oysters. I like that salt kick with it.
Same.
And the East Coast, that does it for me. But, the shell on these, if nothing else, I love the taste on it.
Yeah.
But I like looking at the shell and just how interesting it looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
SEDALIA'S has more than just seafood and oysters. They also have an outstanding wine list.
It's a very thoughtful wine list in the essence that we choose and try to work with very low intervention wineries and winemakers and sometimes some of the nerdy, like out there obscure stuff, because why not?
And some really big things are happening for SEDALIA'S Oyster and Seafood.
It's always feels good to get recognition. You want people to recognize the hard work that you put in, but as a chef and specifically with the James Beard, it's an honor to have an award that looks at primarily what I do, but at the same time, I'm not an island. There's a lot of people that do a lot of good work around you that make you what you are, that put you in the place to be successful. So to me, it's not a singular award. This is a group effort.
I think for us and for our staff, is being received very well. Everyone has a sense of pride and joy in getting this type of recognition. It always kind of shines a little spotlight on all the hard work that we put into the restaurant.
So if you like seafood, oysters, and a family feeling, you need to check this place out. James Beard, Best Chef Southwest nominee. You got to check him out, especially if you've never had an oyster. This is the place to try it. SEDALIA'S Oyster and Seafood's located at 2727 Northwest 10th Street in Oklahoma City. To make a reservation, head to Open Table. And for more information, visit SEDALIA'sokc.com or call them at 405-626-8249.